That is some fun music to get you going. Good morning. Welcome to The Splash Live, the one and only show dedicated to the Greater West Bloomfield community, bringing you in-depth interviews and taking you behind the scenes of some of the area's biggest stories. I'm Ronnie Dahl, your new host and guide on this fun adventure as Maddie continues on her education journey. We have a lot to get to on this sunny Monday morning, and we're going to kick things off right here, right now, talking summer fun. Do you remember summer camp? I loved summer camp. Well, parents, the clock is ticking. School year is just about finished, so to keep your kids off the video games, off their devices, you got to keep them active, and there's no better way to do that than summer camp. The West Bloomfield School District's community and enrichment team is gearing up for this year's summer camp, and to fill us in on all of the details, we're going to bring in the program's coordinator, Andrea Frank. Thank you so much for being with us, and happy Monday to you.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
I miss summer camp. Am I too old?
You can join us.
You have the coolest job.
Thank you. I have a lot of fun.
So with that though, Andrea, can I tell you, it seems to me it's kind of a challenge. I'm a pet parent, so not a human parent, but my twin sister has kids, and I remember when they were little, oh my gosh, it was like pulling teeth, right? Like when we were kids, it was like, go out and play and don't come back until it's dark. Now they just want to, you know, how do you come up with summer camp programs?
Well, we look at that too. We look at the electronics and the things that, you know, the kids are playing. The Among Us is really popular in Minecraft. So we have activities geared towards that. So like a math workbook and some things where they can work on, you know, the curriculum throughout the year. We can feed that into the summer program. So like dittos and coloring and things like that to get them interested.
See, you already like you're way ahead of me. I'm like, what? So do you have to kind of keep up on what the kids are playing and what they're doing to be able to foster these programs to keep them engaged?
Well, one of the really cool things is that all of our camp staff, they're in the district and they're teachers throughout the year. So through September through June, they're with these kids. They know the kids and the families. They're part of the community. So they know what's hip and what they're interested in. So that gives us definitely a leg up.
Are you like on your device and you're like, no, I'm doing homework, really, when you're playing Minecraft because you're trying to figure out what the kids are into? No, this is homework.
Well, I have a little one myself, so that definitely helps.
So tell us more about the summer camp. We hear so much about the camp. So when does this one start? When does it end? Where is it going to be? Give us all the big details that any parent needs to know.
Sure. So we'll be over at Gretschko, which is our second year holding the summer camp there. It is starting June 27th and runs through August 12th. The reason we have to kind of wait is, you know, we have to kind of clear out the rooms from the normal teaching day and set up for summer camp. So that's why there's a little bit of a delay. But it also gives families an opportunity to kind of reconnect, and if they're going on vacation, and then they can start up the camp with us June 27th. It is a full day camp, so it runs from 9 to 3. We have before and after care available for families if they need it. And one of the unique things about our camp is you can pick your days. So if you have a working family that needs all 5 days, Monday through Friday, we're open and we're there for you. If you just want to kind of dip your toe in and get your child started, maybe they're starting in preschool, you can start 1 or 2 days a week. And that's a really great element of our programming.
I love that because we found that during COVID, there are so many parents that are, you know, had to go to work. They didn't have that opportunity to work remotely. So these programs are really vital because you need to do something with your kids. But the great thing is, like, you don't want them just home playing video games.
Sure. Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have on-site assemblies. So we work with Oakland County. They bring their mobile unit. So we've had inflatables set up on the back lawn. We have oversized games that the kids can play. We'll set up a putt-putt golf. So we try to be outside as much as possible. And then we'll also go on field trips. So we use our busing system and our transportation through the district. And we'll go out to Lily Pad Springs, which is the new splash pad. And that's a ton of fun. Or we'll go bowling. And we really found that with the summer camps, that's what the kids remember. You know, they remember those field trips and building friendships and just having a good time.
You know, and you mentioned that because that to me seems like that sets you apart from other summer camps, because there seems like there are a lot of these camps going on.
Yeah, we have a ton of camps in the community, and if folks are interested, we all work together in partnership to make sure that we find a camp that's best suited for the child. So if someone's really interested in basketball and they want to focus on just, you know, honing their basketball skills, we offer a camp through one of our coaches and teachers here at the high school, Jeremy Denha. He'll do a 3-day camp, and it's just focused on basketball. If you have a budding artist or actor or singer, we have a theater camp, which the theme this year is Encanto, which is a lot of fun. So that's really popular with the kids. So if you know that they're interested in one thing that they really want to practice, then we can help them with that. And if it's just kind of sprinkling art and karate and, you know, movement and dance, we have that at our summer camp too.
I love that, but it's like something for everyone, because no two children are the same.
That's true.
So is this a newer program, or have you guys been doing this for a while?
So I had to check. It's about 40 years that this has been running, and it's been going great. Again, like I said, our talented staff, it really brings the families back every year. And some of the campers that have, I guess, graduated from the program, they will return and visit and sometimes help out. So that's really cool.
I love that. Hey, we're talking with Andrea Frank. She's with the West Bloomfield School District, talking about summer camps going on this year. So do you have a typical day? Can you give me a typical day at summer camp?
Sure. You know, it's funny. In the beginning, kids kind of just are walking in, and then they start to like skip in the front doors, which is really reassuring that we're having a good time. But a sample day, we'll all get together, and then we split up into age group. And then we'll have our first activity for the day, which could be a young Rembrandt's art class, which again is throughout the year through our elementary schools. So it's a parent in the district, which is great. Again, they know the building, they know the safety procedures. And then we all come back together, we'll have lunch, and then we'll have an afternoon activity as well. So that could be bringing in true martial arts for a karate class, or we work with the Community Coalition in West Bloomfield. They've been bringing in yoga instructors and mindfulness, which has really been nice over, you know, the last couple of years with COVID, and art therapy. So it's really sprinkled throughout the day of fun, and we try to get outside as much as possible. I really like to jump rope, so I have a jump rope challenge with the kids. So if an instructor really likes to do something, they bring their talents to the camp too.
Okay, but can you double dutch?
I cannot.
I remember when I was little, that was the big thing, was like trying to learn how to double dutch. So, you know, I might have to brush off some jump ropes, and then, you know, you and I are going to try to double dutch and then teach the kids.
Absolutely. I'm ready for the challenge.
Hey, we only have another minute or two left with you here on the show, but you did kind of mention COVID concerns. Like, for so many of us, we want to put it in the rearview mirror, but we're not quite there yet. How did you guys handle this last year? Did you have camp? Because we're also hearing now numbers are starting to go up, which has to make some parents nervous.
Absolutely. So in the district, that's true. The numbers are increasing, which is unfortunate. We do have a few staff nurses that send out updates all the time on things to be aware of and different protocols and procedures. So I'll take my direction from them. And, you know, last year it was mask optional. And then the year prior to that, we didn't have camp. So we were sending home kind of camp in a box type kits for families to stay engaged and have fun things to do. So it's really, we're just going to have to play it by ear and make sure that we're just staying in tune with the nurses and then follow their guidelines.
So before we say goodbye, give us some more details. How can parents find out more? And do these, does it fill up pretty quickly? Like, what's a deadline for people to try to sign up?
Sure. So we have registrations open and our numbers keep climbing because really it's grassroots marketing. You know, our families from the community and from our district are registering. So that's our main camper is, you know, current students. So if you're interested in joining us, you can head to our website, which is wbsd.org, and then head to the community and enrichment page. And then you'll find all the fun, you know, details of like the time, the date, start time, all that fun stuff. Then you can always give us a call as well. So
you brought up a good point there. Most of the participants are West Bloomfield School District students. Do they have to be?
No, it's open to any family in the area. We do have a lot of campers that, you know, their parents commute this way, so this just makes sense for them, but they may go to a different school, and that's okay too. And that's kind of a fun way to get out of your own comfort zone, meet some new friends, and just have a good time.
And of course, you know, there's a cost associated with this as well. Can you give us a little bit of information about the cost?
Absolutely. So it's very reasonable. It's $35 a day. And then again, if you need before or after care, that's an optional cost of $8 or $12. So essentially a camper could be with us every day for the summer between 7 and 6 p.m., 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we do have some families like that. But again, it's kind of like an extension of our family. They become, you know, part of our history and making, you know, new friends and connections for the summer. It's a lot of fun.
I love that you guys do that, because I think about the realistic day-to-day life of so many working parents, right? 9 to 3, well, I have to be at work at 8, so I need to drop them off before there to get to work, and then I work till 5, and then I need to pick them up. So it's great that you guys offer that as well. It's so much fun. Hey, before we say goodbye, anything maybe I didn't ask that you want to add?
I think that we've touched on a lot. I mean, we have the West Bloomfield Public Library coming in every Tuesday morning, which is really nice. They bring in magicians and puppet shows, so that's really cool. And we're excited to go on our field trips and have a good time.
Oh my gosh, so much fun. I'm so envious. I want your job. Do you get to do this fun stuff too?
I do, yes. I mean, I'm coordinating the logistics and, you know, the day-to-day schedule to make sure everything runs seamlessly. But you should come out, definitely for the field trip.
We'll get out there and shoot some video and share it with people as well. So thank you so much for being with us, and thank you for what you guys are doing, because it really is an important service for the parents. So they're not stressed out. They know their kids are in good hands, but also learning something, having fun, building those social skills, which are so important. Get off your devices, kids. There's a whole world out there, right?
Absolutely. Welcome back. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you for being with us. Again, Andrea Frank with us here from the West Bloomfield School District's Community and Enrichment Team. She's the program coordinator. If you want to get your kids into summer camp, do it now. We'll have that information on our website, civiccentertv.com. Before we head to break, though, we want to kind of give you this little programming note. If you know someone making a difference in our community, well, each week we like to highlight someone from the Greater West Bloomfield community going above and beyond to improve our little piece of the world. Show your gratitude. Tell us about them. We've made it easy for you. See that code? The QR code right there on your screen. All you have to do is put your cell phone up to it, scan it, and then it will bring up a Google form, and you can fill that out with the person's contact info and why you think they should be recognized. It could be a person, a business, or an organization. You can also find the form by going to civiccentertv.com. We'll be right back after this quick break.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
In the face of COVID-19, staying healthy is important. And now the same is true as we face the flu. Influenza has the potential to infect millions, putting lives and the healthcare system at risk. Fortunately, it's easy to protect yourself. The flu vaccine is safe and effective, and with COVID-19 still spreading, it's essential. To see how you can hit this virus head-on, visit michigan.gov/flu. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be like happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Welcome back to the Splash Live. I'm your hostess with the mostest here on this sunny Monday morning, Ronnie Dahl. Hey, it's the season for gift giving coming up, from graduations to weddings. Well, our next guest takes the stress away by creating unique, one-of-a-kind gifts that people will actually enjoy, not re-gift, and not throw in the back of their closet. Barbie Yvonne with Island Dreams Creations joins us now on The Splash. Barbie, to us who maybe aren't the best gift givers, you are the hero. How are you?
I'm doing well, Ronnie. Good morning. How are you?
Happy Monday morning. I've only had 3 coffees and 1 Red Bull. Can you tell?
Well, I haven't even gotten to the coffee part yet because I've been preparing for this. But good morning.
Well, I appreciate it. And, you know, I met Barbie a while ago, and people get so nervous coming on this show. I'm
like, I said, it's Ronnie. I'm fine.
I'm like, no, really, it's just a conversation. And what I love about what you do is it really is like finding something that's unique and custom. So tell us more about your designs.
So my designs are very creative in the sense that each customer helps me make their own design. I do a few side projects of my own, but what I really do is help bring somebody else's idea to fruition. So a tumbler with a funny saying, or, you know, that t-shirt that you saw in the store, but you couldn't find it in your size. You know, whatever the customer needs, I just help them make what they want.
So, okay, so you kind of mentioned tumblers and t-shirts. What else can you make? Like, is this just a free-for-all, anything? If you can imagine it, Barbie can make it.
Koozies.
Oh, hey, can I see the Sokigo? I love the Sokigo.
I am a member of the Sokigo Facebook page. So just a goofy idea that I had one night. Now I've had calls, can I have it say Sokigo this and Sokigo that? I've made those things happen, so.
I love that. And, you know, Barbie, you're a small business.
Very.
Like a one-person small business. But what I love about this is it was just a hobby and a passion of yours, and you're turning it into a business. What advice do you have? What's it been like for you first? Let's start there.
Well, okay, let's just say that I was in the medical field for 20 years. So doing something where I'm staying at home and working so much more with the public on a one-on-one basis as opposed to with an assignment has been very enlightening. My advice would say, you know, if you have something that you love, for me, this was a craft. This was something I did in my free time. You know, I had a work contract and needed something to bide my time. This, you know, worked out perfectly for me. My advice, do not be afraid to just jump into something. You know, if you have an idea, you know that you want to do something, do it. Don't be afraid. I'm 40 years old. I never thought that I would all of a sudden have a home crafting business and not a steady paycheck coming from a hospital or an agency. So
I love that you're doing that. It does take courage. Hey, so since you are a small business, do you have a limit on the number of orders you can make at any given time?
I have not yet set a limit. I would say that depending on the size of your order, that would, indicate how much time I might need to create it. So if you need 20 t-shirts, I might need more than a week, but I'm not saying that anything is impossible at this point.
I love your lake life shirt,
My friend Elrico Shelton would be number one entertainment. He and I had this idea about a year ago, and we spent night upon night just kind of creating. And the idea was that, we live in a lake community, and we all, associate ourselves with different lakes, but, we all kind of come together in the end. So I made these shirts. They do say Lake Life, Oakland County, Michigan. And I've been putting the back of the names of the lake that you associate yourself on each hoodie. My idea was that we'd see each other around town. Oh, you're from Crescent Lake. Oh, you're from Cass Lake. And just, to have something as like a starting point of conversation, just to bring our community closer together, even more so than it already is.
I think we should get a Cass Lake versus Sylvan Lake going.
I think that would be
not
amazing.
To start any wars there.
Yes,
right?
I mean, we could do, yes, absolutely. We can even include Pine Lake. Come on, Pine Lake.
Hey, Barbie, how can people find you?
I do have a Facebook page, Island Dreams Creation. Dreams is with the Z. My personal Facebook, Barbie Vaughn. You can always shoot me a message there, or, look for the Ronnie, I think, is going to put it on the website, maybe?
Yeah.
So that it can be seen written? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Island Dreams Creation at Facebook is probably your best bet, though.
Yeah. And one of the ways I found you, too, is she's all over the Sokigo page. Sylvan Lake, all of our pages.
Yeah.
Facebook is a great place.
Sorry, I stuttered on that one, Ronnie. But yes, Sokigo, always there.
Barbie, thank you so much. It's so fun talking to you.
You're so welcome.
I think we need custom splash stuff. I'm already thinking, Barbie. I'm already thinking. Hey, you're watching The Splash Live, a show dedicated to all things West Bloomfield, Keiko Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and Orchard Lake. You can catch the show live Monday through Friday, 9:30 a.m. until 10, and on demand on CivicCenterTV.com. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
And now, back to The Splash Live.
Thanks for hanging out with us on this sunny Monday morning. I know it's still early for so many of you, but on days like today, I set the alarm clock extra early so I can go for a morning run. Okay, maybe it's a jog, walk. Not really a run, but anyway, the West Bloomfield Trail is right out my back door, and it really is nature's playground. Deer, squirrels, bunnies, and birds, and boy, are they loud in the morning. But if you like nature, you want Lauren Azuri's job. She's the park naturalist supervisor with the West Bloomfield Parks. Lauren, good morning. Great to have you with us.
Good morning, and I'm glad you're enjoying everything that spring is offering us finally.
I love spring. I don't love the allergies.
Fair, understood. Yeah, that depends on the person, but yeah, this is a rough time of year for some. But you should still get out there, persevere, right?
Exactly. Hey, Lauren, we love having you on the show because we always learn so much. What do you have for us today?
Well, I'm in the nature room today, which is inside our Recreation Activity Center, and it is the season for school field trips. It's so great that that's a possibility again. We have some schools visiting us just later this week, and all of these habitats behind me do have live animals that are native to Michigan, and I have one with me today. So this is our box turtle, and they are our animal ambassadors, so they help us teach school groups and the public all about the special Michigan wildlife that we have here where we live.
Hi, Mr. Turtle. Does he have a name?
We just go by the science name box turtle, mostly because if we give him a cute name, then people think he'd make a good pet. And guess what? This turtle can live to be 100 years old.
What?
Which is a very long time to be able to commit to taking care of a pet. So we try not to encourage them as pets. So we just keep their science name box turtle. But if you want to think of something fun, you go for it.
That is, that's a very good point. I'm already thinking like get him a little bedazzled sign. But when you say 100 years old, I get where you're coming from. And how common is this turtle to our area?
Very great question. So eastern box turtles are actually a species of special concern. So you have your levels. So extinct would be the worst, obviously, no more here for us to enjoy. Then there's endangered, and one step below that is a species of special concern. So if we lose many more in the wild, then they would become an endangered species. We do have a special permit from the DNR in order to house her and take care of her. And a couple of reasons that she is a special concern species is loss of habitat. She lives in the forest, and of course we take down a lot of forest for ourselves and for things that we need in our community. And also the pet trade, like I was saying. In the 70s and 80s, a lot of people thought these cute turtles would make great pets and they would bring them home. And then they didn't want to care for them anymore. They re-released them and they can't survive like that. So right now, many nature centers do house the ones that cannot be re-released. And it would be pretty rare to find them in the wild.
Oh my God, I want to be a kid and go on field trips again.
We do adult programs too. You don't have to be a kid. You can come hang out anytime.
I love that. Hey, I know we want to talk about one of your upcoming plant sales. Can you fill us in on that?
Yeah, so we have a native plant sale, and native plants are so beneficial to an environment as well as way more easy to care for. So when people are like, oh, Lauren, why would I want to plant natives? Sometimes they can spread and sometimes they can look crazy. There's a lot of great ways that you can plant natives in a manicured area. And native plants need less water, so you don't have to water them daily. They're adapted to where we live, and they're used to our soils here. So in the beginning, when they're baby plants, it takes a little bit of maintenance. But after that, they're very easy to care for. And then you'll attract tons of amazing, beautiful butterflies and pollinators that will visit your garden as well. So much lower maintenance and attracting cool pollinators. And if you do a rain garden or something in a wet area, it's going to filter that water. So you'll get less runoff and less flooding, which is a great thing for this time of year. We've been seeing that a lot around. So lots of benefits to native plants.
So how do we get in on them? And
Yeah,
I mean, are there some nice plants too? I don't want just weeds.
Oh, of course not. No, there's some beautiful flowers. There's some great trees and shrubs as well. Some of them you might have heard of before that you can buy at a big box store, like coneflower and black-eyed Susan. But the benefits of a true native grower from Michigan species is better for the environment, as well as nature recognizes it and utilizes it more. So for our native plant sale, it's a true native grower. We partner with Plants for Ecology. You order online ahead of time, which is good because then you can do a little bit of research. There's plant information pages on the website. That's plantsforecology.com. So you go to their website. Ordering starts May 15th. And then we package all your orders up, get them all ready, and you can pick them up curbside at Marshbank the morning of Saturday, May 21st. So you can visit Plants for Ecology ahead of time to kind of pre-shop, scope out what they might have, read the plant information sheets, learn about what species and butterflies like what, or what kind of soil you might have if it's a wet area or a dry area. They're all in different groups that way to help you pick your plants easier. Then go online starting May 15th. Add to your shopping cart all those cool plants, and then you can come pick them up on May 21st.
I love that. Lauren, thank you so much for getting Mr. Turtle up and going this morning and being with us. We so appreciate the time and the information.
Thank you so much for having me, and I hope everyone gets out there to enjoy nature at one of our West Bloomfield parks soon.
Most definitely. Thanks you again. That's pretty much going to do it for today's edition of The Splash Live. Boy, it went by quick. I want to say thank you to all of our guests and, of course, the team behind the scenes to get this show up and running. We'll be back tomorrow.